sir. Great. All right. Deep breath. Good evening, everyone. I now call to order the Thursday, August 13th, 2026 meeting of the City of Sugar Land Planning and Zoning Commission. Good evening. I hope everyone's doing well. We'll start with public comment. Do we have anyone signed up for public comment?
No, Chair, we do not.
Okay, we'll go to item 4A, consideration of an action on the approval of the minutes of the July 23rd, 2026 meeting. The minutes are in your packets. Any discussion? I'll make a motion to approve. Is there a second? We've got a second from Commissioner Smith. Any further discussion? All right, please vote. And let the record reflect that Commissioner Brown has voted yes on the motion, as well as in the process of logging in. But that motion passes. So we will go on to item 5A, consideration of an action on the Abbey Lake Section 2 preliminary plat. Emily, good evening. How are you?
Okay. Oh, biscuits. Okay, well, now y'all can definitely hear me loud and clear. Thank y'all so much for having me. Once again, I will be tonight presenting the preliminary plat for Abbey Lake Section 2, and we will go ahead and get into that. So with that being said, just a little bit of preliminary plat background. The purpose of the preliminary plat is to lay out the lots and streets to confirm that the minimum lot sizes and right-of-ways can be met. Reserves and access are only shown on preliminary plats when applicable, and then master notes, signature blocks, and new easements are only shown on preliminary plats and not on final and shown on final plats. Sorry. They are not shown on preliminary plats, and they are shown on final plats. I want to make sure that was clear. Additionally, preliminary plats are not recorded at the county, only final plats are. And then a little bit of background on the box exhibits. So box exhibits are only required for residential preliminary plats, with the purpose of the box exhibit being to demonstrate that the proposed lots meet the minimum lot width at the front build line, and these boxes do not represent house pads or building footprints. These boxes must be provided for any non-perpendicular lots or lots that sit on a curved street or cul-de-sac, and these boxes must be placed along the shortest tangent required to the front build line of the lot. And then a little bit of background on Abbey Lake specifically. So the city entered into a development agreement with Benchmark Acquisitions in 2022, and this agreement allowed for the creation of the Fort Bend County MUD 234 and allowed for the extension of John Sharp Drive, water and sewer lines, floodplain mitigation, and regional detention and drainage. The development consists of approximately 220 acres of single-family R1 and R1Z zoned property and approximately 30 acres of industrial zoned M1 property. The future land use map was also amended from light industrial to suburban neighborhood in order to support the incoming Abbey Lakes development. Which brings us to the plat before you for consideration tonight. So a little bit of the preliminary plat overview. So this is again going to be the Abbey Lake Section 2 preliminary plat, which consists of 25.19 acres. The plat consists of 77 lots, 7 reserves, and 4 blocks. The property is located within the corporate city limits and is zoned as standard single-family residential, or R1. Access to the development, or this particular portion of the development, will be provided through John Sharp Drive to the south and through Abbey Lake Section 6 from the west. And then this is going to be the general land plan for Abbey Lakes. So a couple of months ago, we had, okay, beautiful, perfect. So before y'all, we had a couple months ago the preliminary plat for Section 1. This is going to be delineated down this way. And then today before you, you will see the preliminary plat for Section 2, which is going to be in this salmon color right over this way as well. And then this is going to be a copy of the preliminary plat face, which is under consideration for this evening. And then a gentle reminder for platting in Texas since 2019. So House Bill 3167 affected platting review since the 2019 legislative session. So Planning and Zoning Commission now has 3 options when reviewing preliminary and final plats. The options are as follows. Y'all can either approve with conditions, citing code requirements, or you can disapprove with conditions, again citing these code requirements when doing so. Again, Planning and Zoning Commission must cite code requirements for conditional approval or disapprovals, and the platting guide was provided to y'all to help group key requirements for plats with code references. And then with that being said, staff recommends the approval of the Abbey Lake Section 2 preliminary plat, and staff is also here along with the applicant to answer any questions that y'all may have.
Thank you. Anyone have questions for staff? Randall, go ahead.
Is there a minimum elevation for this property for each of the houses?
I believe that there is a minimum floor finish elevation, but that is not determined at this time. This will be determined once the actual plat has been engineered.
Will it be annotated on the plat?
I believe that it should be during the plat notes, yes, sir, when the final plat comes forward.
Robert Wilson, Assistant City Engineer. So with our current plat notes, we do not annotate the minimum finished floor. However, that finished floor is set by 2 feet above the 500-year flood elevation on the creek, or the foot above top of curb, or 1.5 feet above adjacent natural ground. So that is listed on the plat, and that's in accordance with Chapter 8 of the Development Code. So it's not on these because there's no plat notes, because it is a preliminary plat.
On the final
On the final plat, that would be one of the plat notes.
annotated?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions down here? Commissioner Brown?
I think it's just something needs to be corrected on the curve table, C1. It's 1940 degrees. Just think that needs to be corrected. The arc radius.
That should be correct, but we can definitely look at
Just
that.
verify that. Thank you. That's all I have, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
So just so I'm clear on that, are we saying at this time it needs to be corrected, or we're just asking staff to verify the?
Asking staff to verify and
Okay.
correct before the final plat if necessary.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All right, to hear a motion to approve? All right. Are you sure?
I'll second.
Okay, I've got, let's see, just to make sure we're right. The motion is a motion to approve the Abbey Lake Section 2 preliminary plat. We've got a motion to approve by Commissioner Tilton, and a second from, who wants the second? Commissioner Puri. We've got a motion and a second. We are cruising right along, folks, and now I will ask if there's any further discussion. Hearing none, please vote. All right, that motion passes. Thank you, everyone. Item 6A, Planning and Zoning Commission Liaison Report from the August 4th City Council meeting. Randall, do you have a report for that?
I sure do. The city council brought up a land change for the Eldridge Park for a 3-acre, I believe it was, animal sanctuary. I'm not sure. Basically, the new pound.
Okay.
That was it. It passed, I believe, 7-0.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for your report. 6B, City Staff Report.
Good evening, everybody. So your next meeting will be the end of August 27th, I believe. We will have a plat extension as well as a public hearing and consideration action on the amendments to the Lake Point Redevelopment District zoning district that we've been workshopping with you over the last couple months. So look forward to seeing you all there. And we have actively getting ready for the conference. So we've got everybody registered that's able to attend, and we'll get information to you whenever we do hear anything about mobile workshops, so that you can make your selections. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other business? Hearing none, I'll move to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
I've got a second again from the always reliable Commissioner Smith. Please vote. Everyone in favor say aye. Aye. That motion passes. We are adjourned. Good night, everyone. Thank you.